Okay, we're here with Martin Coven, an amazing animator. Okay, and Martin's done some things such as working for ILM as a technical director and Creature TV.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to him about all of that and some of the amazing projects that he's worked on. Before we get to how you got into ILM and how all that happened and Star Wars and the rest, where did you begin? Where did you find your love for doing this sort of stuff?
Well, it didn't happen actually for quite a while. I mean, I've always been into art. My mom was an artist, and I was an artist growing up. But I didn't want to be a starving artist. So I went into college and started in architecture, then went into graphic design, decided I didn't want to do graphic design.
Now, which school is this?
I was at University of Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, so I found out about animation probably in '94.
Okay.
I mean, I'd seen, Jurassic Park, and I'd seen a lot of movies, but I wasn't intelligent enough to figure out how they did it or anything, so I didn't really know much about animation. And said, this is what I want to do, how do I do it? And they said, we don't know. And
this is at Tennessee?
Yeah, this is at University of Tennessee.
University of Tennessee.
Yeah, and so I went back into art, so I went back into graphic design, and they let me tailor all the projects to more geared towards 3D. So I did that.
So at that point, would it be fair to say that you were mostly self-taught, or
Yeah.
did they
Yeah,
bring in somebody who knew this stuff?
No, I mean I was completely self-taught.
Yeah.
But I found there were some places locally that I was able to do internships with that had 3D capabilities. So I did that and was with.
What drew you to Austin?
Well, actually, I had posted up an image. I don't remember what it was, but of a character that I modeled up, and then this guy had contacted me and asked me how to build hands, in 3D, and so, I started talking to him and showed him how to do it, and then turns out he worked in the cinematic department at Acclaim.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
people at Acclaim are just calling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what brought me here, and then I was with Acclaim for about 9 months until they laid off the cinematic department.
Now that reminds me of something that I had heard in another interview where Brad Clark was talking about somebody had called him for some information.
Yeah.
Next thing you know,
it's amazing.
If you answer a few questions, you help somebody else out, all of a sudden you're ushered in.
Yeah, it's still a small industry really when you think about it.
How did you make the amazing journey into, you found yourself working at ILM, Industrial Light and Magic?
I got a phone call from another guy that I used to work with, and he was with some of the recruiters from ILM, and they were looking for creature guys. So he said, hey, do you want to talk to these people? And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any way they'd actually take me, but they did. And so I went and interviewed with them. The first thing I did when I first came in was rework the episode 1. They had used a puppet.
Episode 1 of Star Wars.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And they had the puppet Yoda, which looked a whole lot different than the original Yoda.
Yeah.
So they wanted to kind of get back to the way Yoda used to look in the 4, 5, and 6. And so that was my first thing. Was the Yoda replacement. For
wow.
The digital Yoda.
So you worked on Yoda.
I did.
That's I think that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
That's
on the robe.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of claw simulation and stuff. Mostly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it. And now, how big is the Yoda team? Is that a big team?
Well, not for the episode 1. For the episode 1, it was I can't remember how many, but probably like 15. Probably 15.
People are focusing on how to get that perfect look of everything that goes into.
Well, yeah. As far as the departments like the animation and the creature guys, the lighting and rendering TDs.
Yeah.
Not included.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it
probably 20 or 30. Then we went straight on to episode 3.
Episode 3.
Revenge of
Okay.
the Sith. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there I was doing some rigging, mostly running shots. So simulation shots. the more experienced creature TDs were working on setting up a lot of the simulation work and all that stuff, and then us, minions would get down there and actually run shots. So I ended up doing, I think I did over 100 shots on episode 3.
And this next question, if you want to be brutally honest, I promise to edit it out. But working at ILM,
Yeah. Amazing.
it's
I mean,
amazing.
Yeah.
It's not a
Highly-
grinder. Is it a grinder? It seems to me like it'd be like
It can be,
So
honestly,
intense.
episode 3, which was about a 1.5-year production,
Yeah.
which is pretty long production, was hardly any overtime.
Really?
No, everything was really scheduled out.
I
very
always
well.
had it in my head that working at ILM would mean somewhere between 80 to 120 hours a week.
It depends on the show.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, but episode 3 really was a very smooth show.
Well planned out.
Very well planned out, yeah. And you got to think that we had over 2,000 shots that we
Yeah.
ended up doing. So I mean, almost every shot in that movie had CG in it in one
Yes.
way or another.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of work. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty incredible.
War of the Worlds came next.
Okay.
And,
Working with a little Tom Cruise action.
Tom Cruise and Spielberg, yeah.
Yeah?
And that one, I started getting more responsibility. At first I was working on like the male digital double and starting to run shots and stuff. And then they came
Wait,
out.
so you're modeling a digital double of Tom?
No, I didn't model.
Oh, okay.
No. I rigged and set up the claw simulation and all that stuff.
Okay,
set it
great.
up to simulate.
Doing a
And-
lot of the technical detail
Right.
that's absolutely imperative to
Yeah.
getting a real shot,
Yeah, I mean it's a pipeline where
a real look. I should say.
you'll have a modeler model something, and then it'll come to the creature guys, and we'll put an animation rig together, and then hand that to the animators. And while they're animating, we'll also work on getting all the simulation stuff set up. So whether it's hair, whether it's a fur or a muscle system, or cloth, or anything like that. And then pirates.
Pirates.
Right.
Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
Davy Jones, Locker,
Right.
episode 2, essentially, right?
Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, Academy Award winner.
It did win an Academy Award, yes.
That's fantastic.
It's
Very
great.
cool. All
They didn't
right.
give me a trophy though, I'm not sure why.
You didn't get your own little gold Oscar
No.
for your part.
No, nothing on my mantle.
And there you're working on creatures, right?
Right, yeah, we're
All
still,
the pirates are
yeah, all Davy
the
Jones
Kraken?
and the Kraken, yeah, all the Davy Jones crew except for Bootstrap Bill
Yeah.
were completely CG. We had actors, and then we basically put the CG characters over top of.
Yeah.
So they did all the acting there, and they had these gray suits with motion capture.
Motion capture,
stuff
yeah.
all over it. So yeah, not very piratey at all.
No.
And,
Arr.
so that was a extraordinary show to work on and very intense. There was some overtime on that one, but still not too bad. Usually the longer shows aren't as bad.
So what I'm hearing is ILM, aside from putting out top-notch stuff, they're also a fairly well-managed crew.
Extremely, yeah. They really try to be, and it helps. Nobody wants to work and kill themselves.
Yeah.
And so if you're coming to work and you're enjoying what you're doing instead of just dying,
Yeah.
then you're going to get better work out of it anyway.
Wow, that's powerful. Okay, so you work on Pirates of the Caribbean. You win an Academy Award as part of a team.
Right.
Okay, because it's really the team that does it, right?
Oh, yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no one man doing any one thing, is there?
No, it's a huge group of talented.
Except for maybe
artists.
Johnny Depp.
And Johnny Depp. Yeah.
No, kidding.
Yeah, there's everybody has a role to play in the team, and when you get a group like that together, sky's the limit. I mean, those guys, I can't say enough about everybody. I mean, you learn stuff every single day.
Are you just humbled by the raw
Absolutely.
talent all around you there?
Yeah. I mean, you.
So where would you say, from here on, what are some of the advances you see in the future as far as technology and your areas of expertise? Where are we headed?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No, I mean, we've seen a lot of, some of the stuff that was mentioned before. A lot of the tools are becoming a lot more artist friendly. The modeling tools are just way better than when I started. And, an artist can jump in and actually produce something that's beautiful instead of worrying about points and polygons all the time. And I think that we'll see more of that type of flow with a lot of the other tools. I mean, the rendering has come a very long way. We're seeing simulation stuff coming a long way.
Part of an Academy Award-winning team, an amazing animator, Martin Coven. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate your time.